what I need you to do is buy a bear trap. Hello friends, trace amounts of science, welcome back to ReddX. I think I got that backwards, but that's okay, because we're getting into a bit of a backward story today. Andew, the big fake fat neckbeard that OP made up to make himself feel better. He grates me all types of different ways, but he's actually a decent writer. I gotta admit and give him that much. So we're back to do it again today. First episode linked in the description, I'm sure. Maybe a pinned comment, probably not. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead, jump on into this thing. What else do I gotta say here? It's Andrew tries Facebook, Lord of the Hams Part 5. We shoved 4 parts into one video because, yeah, it doesn't really shit happen in them. He gets on Facebook. That's going to be the whole story. Anyway, greetings and salutations, fellow Redditors. I'm currently on my holiday from uni, and I have like 2 months with nothing to do, so I'm a little bored. Writing about Andew is a good way to pass the time, though, so here's part 5. Yeah, you're on vacation, you still couldn't stay away from him. Hey, Andrew, what are you doing on Facebook? Probably he's just posting weird shit that comes across my feed because I interacted with it one time. I hate you, Andew. As mentioned, I'll try to find my screenshots of the events in question, but there was a couple phone upgrades ago, and I dropped my hard drive while upgrading my PC, so I'm not hopeful. Maybe I'll get some, maybe not. Yeah, probably not. You have all these stipulations for why you don't have it. Oh, my PC, my hard drive flew out of my hands. Like, it smashed all over the floor. I don't know what happened. There was no hard drive, was there? The cast, OP, narrator, male, 26'3", 190 pounds, ripped and masculine, if I say so myself. I have a major crush on Lady K, which is relevant later. Lady K, the object of the Beard's affection. Both of the Beards, OP and the other guy. The wonderful milady, damsel in distress, suffering maiden, all that. 19 sporty, athletic, 8 out of 10. Recovered from a recent back and neck injury, best friend since I was 10. Obviously in an abusive relationship with me, and she defo needs saving by her white knight. And sarcasm. I think the part about this that flabbergasts me the most is just you calling your lady an 8 out of 10. I'm pretty sure that's not the way to go. There's Mr. A, OP's best friend, doing the same uni course as me, same age, known him since I was 11. Huge guy, like 215 pounds of muscle. Hyperbole will be used a lot in his case, as is with all good bros. There's also Andew, or Mr. Dorito, which we never called him that, and I'm disappointed. Arrogant as all hell, 20 years old, seriously obese, by British standards at least, an all-around white knight. He thinks he's going pro in Counter-Strike, League, or any other game he played recently. Spoiler alert, he's not. Again, hyperbole and exaggeration will be used to death with this moron. You know what game I've been playing recently? Waifu Pilled. Mostly so I can, develop the fucking thing, but it is on Steam, so wishlisted if you want. I'm trying to make it weird and philosophical like I did with everything else. There's also a new character. Hype, I guess. Cupcake is Lady K's friend, and mine too. Known her since I was 13. Slightly chubby, but not bad looking. Bit of an SJW, but a generally nice person. Comes into conflict with a certain guy. Oh, so is this like Neckbeard v. Legbeard situation? Or I guess she's generally a nice person. Unless you, microaggression at her. Then it's on. Then I'm gonna write a Tumblr post about it. Okay, well, good luck. Andew is laid low for the past few days, going to the introduction lectures and trying not to screw up too massively. Yeah, as we all are wont to do. Mostly successful with this for a while, but then one day, Andew messed up. It was a beautiful Wednesday morning. The birds were singing, students were dragging themselves toward the dining hall like a band of acne-ridden zombies. See, it's hard to hate the OP, truly. That's why I'm not spiraling to the deepest depths, because he's a good writer. Although I probably shouldn't tell him that, because I'll pump his ego up even further. Except for me, of course, because I was handsome and gorgeous as ever. See what I mean? Mostly we ate cereals and toast, but occasionally there would be some hero that would cook eggs or bacon or something, and the zombies would form a pack and barrel toward the serving tables. This Wednesday was one such day, slightly warmer than usual autumn morn, worthy of glorious fried bacon. Andew was first in line, of course, having put on a sprint that would make Usain Bolt blush. He piled up his plate, rashers upon rashers, fat upon fat, taking up nearly a third of all the precious available bacon reserves for himself. I'm gonna knock that shit on the floor. If I don't get to have it, then you don't get to have it. That's how that goes. I watch in amusement as he gets yelled at by half the university, sitting next to Lady K as we ate our cereal in peace. It was not to be, however, as with a great thunk of flesh on wood, Andrew plops down next to Lady K and begins to ram forkfuls of bacon into his rank, smelling maw. Terrible. You can put as much bacon as you want in there. It's not going to smell awesome like bacon ever. There's rotting teeth in there, you see. It's gingivitis.
Gingivitis.
Putting down my spoon in the most British way possible, I softly say, "Please, Andew, slow down. You're going to give yourself a heart attack." Next to me, Lady K looked slightly green as his outward bulge made direct eye contact with her arm and side. Oh, it was so gelatinous. It was horrible. Noticing her predicament, I subtly scoot up the bench, allowing her some more breathing room. Andew, however, is like a gas, and he will expand to fill any container that he is in. That's a ridiculous way to describe it. Contact ensues, more shuffling occurs. Eventually, though, he reaches 2,400 cubic decimeters. I think that's what it stands for. And he stops expanding due to the atmospheric pressure in the room. A large grease stain was now present on Lady K's white shirt, which had certainly not been there before. Andew, having finished the gargantuan plateful of bacon, speaks, spraying us and half the room with part-chewed flecks of bacon. Yeah, it's called bacon bits. ABC bacon bits, because they already been chewed. You remember that joke from when you was a school kid? It's fucking hilarious. Holds up even today. My kids love it. Hey, Lady K, Andrew speaks. Do you want to go see a film with me? Sinister came out recently. We could go. Just on our own. Yes, very specific request there, Andew. The thought of spending a whole day with a body the size of Jupiter was clearly too much for her, as she swooned instantly, and a fluid dripped from her underwear to the floor. Yeah, snail trail. She's snail trailing everywhere. I tried to describe it in a more awkward way than OP, but I don't think I succeeded in that. And fluid. Like just, she's having an oil change or something. What was the fluid, OP? She went red and tried not to laugh in his damn face, actually. That's really kind of you to offer, but, you see, she was grasping at straws, at a loss about how to escape from under this elephant's weight. You see, OP's already taken me to see that movie. I was not, 'cause it's a crap movie, and I wanted to go with him. OP says, now, this would have been my dream come true under different circumstances, as I was really crushing on her, but as it is, I rolled with it to see where it went. Oh yeah, bro, I'm just gonna wait this one out. I'm so cool under pressure. Don't even worry about it, bro. OP says, yeah, mate, sorry. I didn't know that you wanted to take her, I said. Now, I wanted to see how far this rabbit hole, no euphemism intended, went. It's weird that you even thought that was a euphemism. What the fuck? So I said, oh yeah, we've been dating for a while now, and nudged Lady K's arm to let her know it was a joke. As it was, she was bright red and looking down at the table. Oh, see, it's will they, won't they, isn't it? My goodness. So, of course, what did our master of social interaction do next? Did he scream and yell about how she was such a slut? Or how she should be assaulted and chopped up and put in buckets? Left for Dead, which is a great game, by the way. By the assholes that just wanted her body? Not immediately. He took to Facebook and posted a bunch of edgy memes about pushing nice guys over the edge and making them snap. Dude, those are my favorite memes. He'd also talk about how women only go for assholes, and how nice guys TM are just left in the friend zone. I'll try to find some and post them here, but not very hopeful. Again, because it's made up, but... I like how he tries to window dress it, like, here are the real true facts. Like, you couldn't even be bothered to make up some screenshots. If we're gonna do an ARG thing, let's at least, fully commit to it, if we may. Anyway, in the comments of these memes, he would always link our Facebook profiles. How he found us and why we accepted his requests, I'll never know. You folded. To the social contract, you buckled like a belt. Little noodle spine boy. We got a bunch of hate mail from his neckbeard friends joining the circle jerk that was his account. No joke, on my wall were like 50 different aggressive comments, all of which were deleted by me so my mom didn't see them, as she does check up on me from time to time. My mommy makes me a grilled cheese from time to time. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Introducing Cupcake, who goes on to every one of the Neckbeards account and posts stuff about respecting boundaries and about bullying. She gets really upset because of the comments directed toward the two of us, and so we make a group chat talking about everything and explaining that no, we aren't actually dating. I have not done anything to Lady K and never will, and the obvious don't tell our parents because they would lose it, of course, was thrown in there too. This isn't like grade A high school shit, I'm gonna tell you that. I don't have the energy for all these shenanigans these days, but I remember the days of shenanigans like they were yesterday. Oh, goodness me. I Facebook stalked him for a while and discovered a few odd tendencies of his. That he would go on huge Facebook rants, presumably drunk, and then make some advances and stalkerish comments on Lady K's really old stuff. Like from 3 years ago at the time, before posting some passive-aggressive memes about nice guys and how they never get laid. I don't know if he thinks he's being subtle or something like that. It's about the most unsubtle thing you can do. So I demonstrated how twisted he is, and how he creeps out everyone who meets him, and some who never met him, such as Cupcake. Thanks again for the support. Should I post this to Fat People Stories too? Or is it too neckbeardy to do so? Part 6, Andew does atheism, and Andew on the topic of sex and marriage. Yeah, trust that guy's opinion. He'll know a fucking thing. I did it! I found 2 of the exact memes he used, but never say that OP doesn't deliver. And then there's a couple of fucking dead Imgur links. Wow! Thanks so much! OP totally delivered on that one thing to a dead link. You're the worst OP ever. That's not true. Has been beard, probably the worst. That one really had me fucking crashing out. This is pretty bad, Andew, he's a hateable individual. He's getting more so. You can see like the duplicity and the sneaky-ishness start to creep its way in. And I find that a really interesting evolution. We'll get into another part, but first, I want to get the Gubbinses in here. What do you boys think?
Only one innocent here, Lady K, the cardboard cutout, silent, two-dimensional, blessedly free from this stupid man play. I might actually feel bad for her if she ever showed any sign of sentience. Gubbins.
Oh, come on, Gubbins. She had a sentence in that story. She served a purpose. I guess. How about you, Dark One?
The only thing faker than Andew's pro-gamer dream is OP's heroic narration. Burn it all. Leave the cardboard standing. At least it doesn't monologue. Dark Gubbins.
We can't burn it all yet. We're not done with the thing. There's a whole bunch of parts of this bullshit to go. We gotta fucking strap in, boys. But yeah, I agree with both of you. Lady K is the most likable character so far. And that's not saying much. It's just I hate everybody else. It's not like she actually has a personality. Whatever. We'll see if it gets better in the next part. It just might. You never know. So let's get over there and find out. This is Lord of the Hams Part 6, or Andew on atheism. Sir Sam did this exact same thing. Can I tell you, this person saw what Sir Sam did for Lady Saber, and they're like, I want that for me. But so I'll just do like a worse version. Disclaimer. What is stated in this part is completely my opinion, or the opinion on Andew. There's no way that I'm taking heat for what this waste of flesh said, and if you disagree with my opinion, that's cool. But do I really need to hear about your opinion? Yeah, you guys just listen to my opinion, but I shouldn't have to listen to shit from any of you. Like, just take it with some grace, you know? People say, I disagree with that, and I say, that's fine. That's your right. You can. I'm not bothered that you do, but OP's really bothered if you disagree with him, which says more about him than anybody who's disagreeing with him. Anyway, now that the characters are established, we can start getting into the more interesting parts. Oh, part 6, we had to fucking ramp it up, you guys. These parts are going to be the interesting parts. Stay strapped in, please, for God's sake. Also, sign up on YouTube, Patreon memberships. Thanks so much. From here on in, the stories will contain creep-level stuff. So, if you're not comfortable with that, then have r/aw open at the same time, or just don't read this. What's aw? Is that for dentists? Oh, it's pictures of cute puppies and shit. That's dumb. Why would I ever go there? Enough said. So let's get right into the characters. He wrote out the Keemstar thing, and I know what he's doing. The voice popped up in my head, and I dislike OP that much more for it. Yeah, we got OP, fucking jerks himself off all the time. Lady K, the cardboard cutout. Mr. A, who never fucking appears. He's also a cardboard cutout, really. Just like a smaller one. Because OP can't, you know, put his dick inside it. I guess you can if you cut a hole, but that's considered rude in most jurisdictions. I'm losing it. There's also Andew, of course. You remember the neckbeard that appears in these stories sometimes. So, this tale takes place shortly after our hero's Facebook frolicking, and I'm not particularly proud of how I acted in this one. Oh, made some big dumb guy moves, huh? It's fine. At least you've recognized it. Although, depends how bad it is, I guess. Lady K and I are discussing a recent lecture. We both take physics and chemistry courses in the common rooms when all of a sudden, with the screams of banshees heralding his arrival, our favorite Fedora floats into the room, perched precariously atop the mop of a blot on humanity. That's a beautiful sentence, I'll say. People dive out the windows, through the fire exits. One man runs into a wall in his haste to escape the toxic odors exuded by this monstrosity. Or he walked in and plopped down on our sofa, depending on your imagination. I like the other way first. I wish I lived inside a cartoon, is what it is. Andew does seem very pleased with himself. He's even humming the theme song to SNK, first one. It's a dead link, good thing, because I didn't actually care anyway. I cringed so hard at that point. Oh yeah, who likes video game music? Fuck you, probably everybody that listens to ReddX, okay? SNES classics playing in the background all the time. I asked him what happened to make him so happy, and he responds with, I just schooled some fundy Christian scum, lol. The lot of them don't know how to argue. They don't know basic facts about evolution and science. Andew is a physics student, above average intelligence, but he doesn't work, so he gets on with his third-class marks constantly. Both I and Lady K work our asses off, doing 2 degrees, and get first-class grades and everything, because we worked hard. Damn it. Everything that I have achieved, I worked for it. Andew coasted by, doing as little as he could for his entire life. You sure about that? I mean, he is a physics student, apparently, so... yeah, I gotta say, he's probably done some shit. Nobody gives a fuck if you pat yourself on the back for climbing up the mountain, okay? Everybody's climbing every single day, and there is no top, so yeah. I guess if you really need to do that, that's fine. But just know that nobody else cares. Nobody else will ever care. The only time they'll care is when they see you at the top, when you're up higher than them and they go, God, somebody must have put him up there. No, I did the climb. I did the big climb. You could do it too if you didn't spend so much fucking time looking at who's on top of the mountain now. I ask Andew what the hell he means by the lot of them, To which Andew responds, "Oh, I didn't realize that we had a man here who sympathizes with chobos and anti-intellectuals." Never, ever joke about violation in front of me, because I'm pretty easygoing most of the time, but if I think you do anything but sympathize 100% with rape victims, well, you're gonna have a bad time. "Whoa, watch out, everybody, here comes OP, he's bringing the heat." He says, "I didn't realize that you were such a dick-headed and close-minded half-wit who can't see reason when it dances in front of your face." At this point, Andew decides to go all out. He reaches into his extra-large bum bag and pulls out the problem of evil. "You think God's nice, huh? How can he let babies drown in a flood if he's so nice?" In response, I used my preferred theodicy, a way of dealing with the problem of evil, the Augustinian theodicy. OP says evil does not exist, just as darkness or cold do not exist. Evil is an absence of good, as dark is an absence of light. You moronic sack of dog shit. I mean, the Augustinian's good, but I prefer the Irenaean theodicy personally. Which, if you don't know, is, the argument that evil and suffering are necessary for humans to develop moral and spiritual perfection through their own free will. I don't know if that's humans as a collective or just, the individual. Right now I'm working on the individual, but we'll see where it goes, I guess. But yeah, I don't expect Andew will have a decent retort to that. Anyway, let's see OP get mad some more. He says, "I generally try not to swear, but this foreskin was pushing all my buttons." Andew, the debate master, the fifth horseman of atheism, retorts with the classic, "You gotta be a primary schooler to believe in God. Evolution disproves it." Now, I love science, and I want to devote my life to it. And saying that I haven't thought of something is the ultimate insult that you could possibly give to me. I mean, yeah, I've considered a lot of different angles on this. If I hear a new one, I'll admit it. Andew, he's pulling out the, same old hat trick or whatever. But I'm also sort of under the presumption that OP, really does think that he can see every single angle at once. Whatever, just a theory. So OP responds, "Yeah, evolution disproves God like a car manufacturing robot disproves Henry Ford's existence, as in, it doesn't at all. Besides, why would a rational God make the world irrationally?" I'm sort of with that. It makes sense to him. I don't know what the fuck's going on half the time. He then says, "Fuck you, you're worse than they are. How many kids have you touched up? How many women have you oppressed, you prick? Come with me, Lady K. You need to get away from this freak before he pulls you into the lie that's called marriage and then systematically violates you for the rest of your life." Yeah, only Andew gets to do that. There's a lot of subtext in all of this. So, I pushed Andew. It was only a gentle push. If I had done it to Mr. A, he would have laughed and slapped my back, but Andew went flying. He stumbled back, tripped over his own feet, and fell over. Lady K said, "I'm a Christian too, dumbass, so why don't you stop insulting me and my friend and my God, and go back to munching on your snack foods?" I mean, yeah, you don't have to fucking come over here and wave the thing in my face. I didn't do it to you. What makes you think it'd be welcome back the other way? Needless to say, Andew was upset, and there were a plethora of memes and a freaking paragraph on his Facebook page when we looked. I was mortified and ashamed of myself because I never react physically to people. It proves them right that I feel the need to resort to violence to get my point across. Lady K and I spend the afternoon doing damage control and get no work done, meaning that my entire Saturday was going to be taken up with catching up on work. Luckily, we weren't reported for our actions and we got away with everything, but Beatus Boy was starting to get me down big time. Lady K, Mr. A, and I all went out to a bar and got heroically sloshed in order to make up for the day. Halfway through the evening, Lady K's phone rang and she didn't recognize the number, but that's a story for another time. Oh my god, Andew snuck the phone number? I'm telling you, beat for beat, this is Sir Sam. I'm fucking mystified, but okay, cool. I'm super, taken aback that you would push that guy too. I do agree with the fact that, once you resort to violence, you've lost the argument. But there's a difference between like an I'm gonna fight you shove and also like I just need you to go now. Let me guide you away from this area. And yeah, probably the second one's better. Except then you gotta like touch him for a prolonged period. Probably gonna catch something. Anyway, once again, sorry for how I acted in this one. No, fucking stop apologizing! I pushed a guy on his chest. It really broke me up inside. Fucking grow a dick, I don't know. Interesting developments happening next story. Yeah, says you. I'll see if I can find the memes that our resident moron posted, but again, I'm not hopeful. Why do you keep bringing this shit up? Is that like to pad it out? To make it feel more real? I guess I understand on some level. Sure, whatever makes you happy. Still to come, parties, stalking, sports, hobbies, and more! Satisfy your beardy cravings with the next Lord of the Hams. Part 7, Andew does friendships, going to parties, and major league stalking. Yeah, this stalking is different than the stalking we had before. Now it's gone major league. I do like how we got to discuss some theodicy and all that type of shit in this episode. Like, I didn't expect that at all. OP is a smarter dude than he lets on, I think. Like, clearly he's got some opinions and is able to craft a narrative, so I really don't know why we had to make up screenshots and all this shit. Couldn't you just say, hey, I made this shit up for funsies. You guys want to have a laugh, you can come read it. You know? I guess people on r/NeckbeardStories are like pretty puritanical about it. It has to be real! Why does it matter? Truly. Did you learn something from it? Were the feelings that you felt real? That's real enough, isn't it? It's like going to the fucking movies. You're watching on YouTube. What do you want from me? I got nothing more to give you. I gotta hand it over to the gubbins. What'd you feel about this one, boys?
I'm not taking heat for Andew's opinions, then proceed to TED Talk anyway. You put disclaimer vest on before jumping into volcano. Whole cast cardboard except bacon grease. Only character with growth is in a long-lost Facebook meme folder. Gubbins.
Is it a long-lost meme folder, or is it like a quantum meme folder that's, you know, both present and not at the same time? God, I can't wait until quantum computers are just like regular consumer electronics. I'll probably be dead. Anyway, what was I talking about? Go ahead, Dark One.
Mr. A is Chekhov's bicep, constantly referenced, never fired. He's the best friend who exists solely to validate the narrator's moral pump. The villain isn't Andew. It's the author who constantly needs the camera pointed at himself. Dark Gubbins.
LP's definitely his own worst enemy, that's true. And yeah, Mr. A was like sort of referenced in the thing. It's like when I shove Mr. A like that, yeah. I'm still convinced that Mr. A is also a cardboard cutout. Maybe him and Lady K should, you know, just lay in a cardboard stack together, collect some mold and roach casings. Do we have time for one more? Yeah, I think we do. I think it's gonna be fine. Let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. Lord of the Hams, Part 7, or How My Friend Got Stalked. Yeah, this one time at band camp. Hi, all. I know I've been posting very frequently recently, but it feels so good to get all my stories and experiences out there. We could just say stories, you know? I would do it even if nobody read it, just so that I could say some stuff that I've been wanting to say for a long time. This one's gonna be hard to write, as it was a really stressful time. Likely to be longer than most, too. Winky face. Why you got fucking weak? Ew! What?
Ugh.
Fuck you! Ew!
Brother, ugh.
How dare you?
What's that?
What?
What's that, brother?
Do not winky face me. Is he trying to pick up chicks in the NeckbeardStories comment section? What the hell's going on here? Ew! I'm offended! Cast, yeah, OP, Lady K, Mr. A, the cardboard cutouts, you know him. Neckbeard, of course. So, this story starts right where we left off. If you remember, Lady K got a call from a number that she didn't recognize, while ever so slightly tiddled, utterly smashed. Oh, that means drunk. Tiddled? Is that why they call it tiddlywinks? What the fuck is that? While trying to answer it, she hits the wrong bit of the screen like 3 times. When she finally answers, it's Andew. Of course it's Andew. To this day, I don't know how he got her number. Perhaps he bribed one of the reception staff into giving him the number? Yeah, or probably it's just another plot point. Like, wouldn't it be, Sir Sam did this, so we also have to do it in our saga? Okay, but I don't have a good reason for how the number got into his phone. He fucking magicked it. Narrator powers. Boom, he had it. What do you want from me? Now it is. I say it and it exists. Anyway, she picks up and knows right from the start that it's him. He's using a different voice, putting on a deeper, more masculine tone, speaking like somebody else, but it's so obviously him, because he has not disguised his voice particularly well. God, back when prank phone calls were a thing, I could do so many fucking voices. I call the same person back like 5-6 times. It's hilarious. Oh, they were simpler times. I wish I'd get a prank call. Now it's all just like telephone scams. Who answers the phone anymore? What? Anyway, according to Lady K, he asked her to go outside the bar and go down into an alley that looked like a horror film setup. As she is not a complete moron, she refused and then put her phone down to continue on with her evening, only slightly worried where she hadn't been before. I mean, yeah, probably do. Like, he's trying to disguise himself. It's not like, hi, it's your good friend Andew, come meet me in this alley. He's just like, I'm a stranger who wants you to go into the alley. One of these fucking things would work way better than the other. I'm not giving out tips here. Whatever. I'm glad he's an idiot that OP made up specifically to be a heel for himself. Anyway, the evening goes on, and I need to go to the toilet, so she saves my seat and tries not to look lonely, lest some nice guy, TM, try to buy her a drink. Yeah, my nice guy's gone into the bathroom. He'll be right back. Her phone rings again. This is all from what she told me, as I was busy at the time with the task of emptying my bladder. Takes a long time when you got a needle dick. You gotta have a big old fat urethra. No. Then you pee in like 3 seconds. Bam! Just like a super soaker. Oh my god. This time the number is withheld. Nervously, Lady K picks up the phone and a different voice speaks. And all it says is the name of our university and her room number before hanging up. Ooh, ominous. I'm sure it's totally not the same fucking person that called before. Like, what is the end game here? By this point, she's freaking out, and as I return from the bathroom, she tells me that we have to go and that she needs to not sleep in her room tonight. Mr. A is at the back of the bar making out with some girl from campus, so we're not too worried about him getting home. He'll probably sleep in her bed. He does tonight. I offer her his bed for the night. Yeah, there's Mr. A. He was inconvenient, so we had him get laid. Now there's 2 beds. Ain't that hunky-dory? I feel really weirded out that there's just a lady in the bar making out with a cardboard cutout. I wish I could say that during the night I got the girl and we started dating, but that would be a fabrication. Oh yeah, it's early days yet. You got to do the will they won't they thing for a while. No, that night I made sure she got to sleep all right, and then I went to sleep too. Nothing happened that night. Well, did you at least wake up in the morning and make her eat a bowl of eggs? You have to eat all the eggs. Why are you doing this? I love that shit. Then random Facebook accounts start messaging Lady K, but all has been made less than a week beforehand, and all were accounts of people that she knew. All of them told her that she was being a stupid whore and she needed a real man to make her happy. She blocked all the accounts that were messaging her that crap, but I could tell that it was getting to her. Over a period of weeks, she lost a bunch of weight, had shadows develop under her eyes, and lost the bubble from her personality. Oh, that's so sad. She had so much personality before, now it's so flat. Like extra flatty flat. Opie says, I was so worried about her, but we had no evidence about who it was and couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, who could it possibly be, you guys? This is such a fucking mystery. Like, you're just purposely playing stupid after a certain point, okay? We know who it is, we're taking fucking recordings and documenting all the things. You think the cops aren't gonna figure this shit out in 3 seconds? Call up, like, whatever cell phone service and be like, okay, we need information on this. Oh, the call was made from here. I guess that's if they give a fuck enough to do it, which, I don't know, in some jurisdictions it's rough. It gets kind of weird. The cops are like, yeah, we're just gonna wait until something actually happens. Like, then what the fuck's the point? Anyway, off on a tangent. So after that, a period of silence occurred, wherein Lady K recovered her weight and strength and happiness, and I hoped that all the weirdness would be over now, but damn how wrong I was. If she wasn't a fictional character, I'd feel bad for her. I'm sure it's something that's happened in real life. I feel bad for women that it's actually happened to. OP says, I didn't believe her when she first told me, but then she got a microphone and recorded the occurrence. In the middle of the night, someone would bang on her door and run away. Once, it's a prank. Twice, that's a joke gone too far. But for 2 weeks straight, it happened. Lady K began wearing more makeup to hide the circles under her eyes, and I had no idea what to do. I knew that it was Andew, but I had no proof. It was so frustrating. What I need you to do is buy a bear trap, set it down in front of the door, and as he runs by in the night, you'll hear knock, knock, clamp, ah, my leg! And then you'll know you got your man. A little bit of that old street justice. You don't run down the halls so good now, do you, Limpy? About a week after the late night knocks on the door stopped, we were invited to a party. Just a small one, like 12 people in total, at one guy's house, which he rented for uni as it was close by, and he shared it with 3 other people. Just to give you an idea of how secret this party was, just those invited were told in person on the day before the party. Yeah, that's a super secret party, bro. OP says Lady K and I went, but Mr. A wasn't invited. Aw, he always lights up a room. Does he do has he done anything in this story? He's just like a point of reference. It was actually pretty fun until about 2 a.m. when Andew turned up. He was wearing, no joke, a maroon fedora and a brown suit jacket, while corrupting my favorite sport by wearing basketball shorts. They are comfy as a pillow made of clouds. Yeah, the pork sword's never more comfortable than in a pair of basketball shorts, I will say that. It just nestles right in. Anyway, Andew walked in, ignoring everyone's protest. He went right up to Lady K, grabbed her hand, and tried to kiss it. She jerked her hand away from him and suddenly put me between her and Andrew. We left the party right then and there. I let her stay in my room that night because she didn't want to be alone. She got the bed, I got the sofa. In the morning, I went to her room to grab some normal clothes for her to wear after she got out of the shower, and on her door was a sign that said, "Slut is in my room number." I tore it down before anyone saw, before returning to my room and passing Lady K her clothes and a fresh towel. Like, don't they have recording devices of some sort? He's not a very careful individual. I'm sure you could catch him in the act. Put up a little trail cam or something. Over the course of the next few weekends, I often glimpsed a flash of trench coat or a glimmer of sweaty forehead that could only belong to one person. Whenever I saw it, I would subtly guide Lady K down some unexpected routes and around the back ways, but he always found us. One time, I had Mr. A follow us discreetly and take pictures of anyone following us, and sure enough, he was. I felt sick. Lady K never knew that he had been following her around, and I did not want to tell her. So I became determined to find out how he followed us. I mean, probably with his legs? What? Isn't that generally how you do it? Lady K had an iPhone 4, if I recall correctly, at this point. Is that old? It's probably new at the time of this post. Fucking way back there in the archives. Opie says, I now wanted to know how he was using the phone to track her, and I eventually found a cheeky little app which appeared to be a duplicate App Store icon, but when tapped on, it brought up an options menu on when to send texts to a stored number containing the location of the phone. Pretty rudimentary, but I guess this is a decade ago. What a cleverly devious invention for the massively insecure. I deleted all the entries on the options menu and then deleted the app. Lady K didn't have a passcode, so I texted her from my phone and took a bunch of weird selfies to give me a reason to have her phone in my hands. Wait, but I thought you said the following already stopped. So we're just getting our timelines mixed up a little bit here, I guess. When she got back, I told her she needed to put a passcode on her phone, and after seeing the selfies, she agreed. She no longer got followed everywhere, but I still find myself checking over my shoulder when I'm out with her every so often. The Facebook stalking stopped after she made her account private and trimmed down her friends list, and she set specific ringtones for people she knew or companies she trusts, like her banking company or the phone provider, and she only answers if she recognizes the ringtone. Yeah, neat. Big brain plays. Shit we should have been doing all along. High five. Whoa, that was hard to write. Reliving it wasn't pleasant, but I hope it brings into context everything else that happens next. The stalking stopped, and Lady K got back to her competitive swimming level, and some other interesting developments happened, which I will tell you guys about in due course. Okay, I'm so excited. Still to come, Beards doing sports, reporting the stalking, Christmas, and honorable duels for Milady's hand. Part number 8, Andew on sports. Wow, this is your brain on sports. I can't say that I'm very surprised. OP's like, he's the creepy one, but I'm sneaking into her phone and doing shit. Well, it's a nice thing that you did, but why couldn't you just be open with her about it? I guess she'd be more scared about Andew. How did he get the fucking phone in the first place? There's so many holes in this story. I hate this story. I don't fully... The writing is good, but, like, it's obviously pretty harebrained. And, you can do better, OP. That's what I'll say. C minus. You can do better. How did you feel about it, Gubbins?
He British Batman without mask or plot. He finds a tracking app, deletes it, then congratulates himself like he hacked the Pentagon. No police report, no follow-through, just humble bragging about how nothing happened that night. Gubbins.
Yeah, nothing happened that night or any other fucking night that we decided to write about so far. Really. I mean, Lady K, I guess, you know, there's a harassment campaign going against her. But, like, what does that have to do with OP? I guess you feel bad for your friend. You're trying to intervene, but only do it. Like, essentially, he's only gone to bat on behalf of Jesus. OP's not gone to bat on behalf of Lady K. Probably because she's a cardboard cutout. What do you think about this one, Dark Gubbins?
Story supposed to be horror, but I'm more scared of the narrator thinking this is a romance. He says, Lady K got thinner, sadder, quieter, and then I imagine him smiling ghoulishly like it's character development. Dark Gubbins.
Damn, that is ghoulish. The way you phrased that whole thing. I guess it could be spun in that way, and yeah, that worries me a whole hell of a lot. Thanks for putting that into my brain, Dark Gubbins. It's really nice of you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys being here. I didn't plug Spotify or iTunes yet, but we're out there on podcast services, of course. I did plug Patreon and YouTube memberships. What else we got? Fourth wall for the merch, of course. Duh. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, like, comment, sub. You know what to do. Share the thing around. Know that I appreciate you. Always remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, friends, bye-bye.